Nazis are the dumbasses in this movie. They get their asses handed to them. They get murdered and eaten and raped because they're Nazis and they deserve it. And that's what makes it kind of funny is like they're humorous Nazis and they get to have like funny Nazi banter. And then at the end of the day, they get what's coming to them. So a lot of the jokes definitely poke fun at the Nazis, but also making it very realistic that they are still the bad guys. So it's not racist at all. There's nothing derogatory about the film. You gotta have a good sense of humor, yeah, but it paints the Nazis in a correct light. Let's put it that way.
I'm a little surprised that it took Beelzebub this long to make a movie exploiting Nazis because he's done it to every other race and group.
When I first found out that there are Nazis in the movie, the first mention of it, I was like, oh, and I just kept listening because we were talking actually on the phone, so it wasn't like I was going to react right on the phone and jump to conclusions. But then Bill like described it more and said how it was kind of like against them and how they were going to get theirs in the end, and it made it seem a little bit more fair, because they were deserving of what they would be getting in the movie.
I guess it's like, we're trying to like push the envelope or, like push boundaries by doing stuff that's like offensive, but at the same time, it's like, it's not, because it's like, we're making fun of Nazis and like the Nazis are the assholes in the film, naturally. And so it's like, we have like onlookers, like people walking their dogs in the park, and we have to like explain that to them because Bill's got like the swastika on his arm and I'm like there in my bra and underwear, and we're like, don't worry, ma'am, we're here to make fun of Nazis. we're with the good guys. We're rooting for the right team.
What got me a role in this movie was I watched the mockumentary Sandman, which featured Bill, and I thought to myself, I could work with this guy. So I wrote him from his website, and I told him that I could be hotter and better than anyone else he's ever worked with.
I actually met him socially like over a decade ago. Yeah, because I've been in this industry forever. And I just actually thought it was odd that we never worked together, It's like we're both from North Jersey. We both work in like exploitation, horror, ridiculous offensive comedies and whatnot, and we've never worked together. Like how did that happen? So it just seemed like inevitable, so I finally gave in reluctantly. No, just kidding. I was excited to work with him.
I think I'm an oddball because the first time working with Beelzebub, I wasn't really that weirded out, but then again, not a lot weirds me out. Like, I prefer, like, rather than going, like, the porn route, I'd rather go the weird route as, like, an acting, modeling career, Like, people could just go with, like, the standard stuff, but I'd rather do, like, spider rape and, like, Nazi cannibals and fun stuff, because at least it's interesting. So, I mean, when you're reading a script that's having, like, a spider hump you and Silly String being shot from off camera and, like, you're having, like, spider babies, like, it's so ridiculous. You've got to be able to have fun with it, and you got to have a good sense of humor. And if people don't see the funny in it or can't have fun with it, then they're not the right people for the film to begin with. They've got to, like, actually have fun with the content and see that it's, like, humorous, but also take it seriously as an actress. It's that weird, like, he's got to be a good natural weirdo.
No, I wasn't worried that being in this movie would hurt my career because, my career. No, because I've already made a career out of doing exploitation films. I mean, I've done some pretty offensive stuff. I've done some pretty questionable stuff, and I've done stuff that like actually like offends me when I watch it, that and it's me actually performing it. So, I'm not really concerned about it. It's just it's the ship has sailed.
One of the better things about working with Beelzebub is he's not as scary as he seems.
What it was like working with him, it was actually one of like the most painless shoots I've ever done.
He has a very laid-back personality, so I was very comfortable coming to the shoot.
I was actually worried, though, when we did the fight sequence, that, like, first time when I thought that I cracked his head open. That was the only stressful part of the day.
Oh man.
Are you alright?
Yeah, let's see what it looked like.
Are you okay?
Oh.
I knew it. I knew like
Man.
that or that was gonna like.
Wait, let's look at it. Let's look at me almost get dead. That was my fault. I fell
The
wrong.
fucking noise that it made was horrible.
It's just my brain.
this is actually one of the first shoots that I've ever done that we're not completely like chasing daylight. It's like miraculous. Like the sun is still up and we're wrapped. He's actually really good director. That's never happened ever in the 15 years I've been working in film. Seriously, 16 years. Never happened.
Yeah, you're not in frame though.
The only really hard thing was hanging from the tree on my own. Bill had to lift me up probably 5 different times.
Like that. Okay.
You got it?
Yes.
How do you feel?
Good.
Let me know when you get tired.
And I had to like hold myself on the tree, and since I haven't been working out lately, he'd be like, "Are you ready?" And I'd be like, "Yeah," and he would let me go, and within 5 seconds I'd fall back down and he'd get like 1 second of film time, so that was kind of tough.
I'm falling.
You're falling?
Sorry.
That was a perfect shot, by the way. Mind that you're strong. Strong?
I mean, I committed suicide, but
Yeah.
other than that,
Are you ready?
yes.
We were cracking up. We were laughing so hard. Other than the point when, like, he cracked his head open. But then there was another part where, like, I accidentally fell because I'm, like, stumbling around in the woods wearing heels. And, you know, we couldn't have gotten, like, a good fall like that if we tried.
My favorite thing about filming for this particular movie was definitely getting to be a bitchy Nazi. I don't know why that's so, like, it's easy. I feel like being bitchy is a natural thing. Not that I'm a bitch, but it's fun when you're having that kind of banter and you have a character that's like, derp, 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 and you get to sit there and roll your eyes and be like, oh, really? Well, you're an asshole. It's that kind of delivery is really, really fun because you get to be sarcastic, you get to be kind of snarky, you get to be kind of cute with it, and like, I don't know, it's just kind of fun. Plus, like, the actual dialogue is funny, so you feel good when you deliver dialogue that you know is funny, and you hit that punchline, and you're like, ha, I made it funny, and like, you know the audience is gonna laugh. That feels good.
Smoking crack.
Right there, champ.
I completely look forward to being at horror conventions. My favorite holiday is Halloween, above my birthday and Christmas and all that stuff. Like, I love horror. I watch horror movies all year round. I don't watch anything else. So just being able to, like, support Beelzebub and be in his films and actually, like, sell them at conventions and get to meet new people through this experience and through him, like, it's amazing.
Hi.
Yeah, don't mind us. We're making fun of Nazis. We're not making
We're not condoning it.
Yeah.
Okay.